Hello, my name's Ethan. I'm one of the co-founders of Mindsmith, and this is a demo. You can see here we have a pretty intuitive dashboard. I have my folders here, my loose lessons. I can manage my personal folders here on the side, also my favorites. I also have my team here. My team is Mindsmith. Within my team, I have shared folders that I can work collaboratively with other team members on. So I can also manage my members and my branding. If you're interested in the collaboration features for our Teams tier, reach out to me and we can get you set up. But today we'll be actually generating a lesson. It's pretty straightforward. You can hop into one of your projects here. You can hop into your dashboard, and you just click Create New here in the top right. Generate lesson. This brings you to our content engine, what we call our generator. You can see that there are kind of three main ways to generate a lesson in Mindsmith. You can teach a topic, convert a document, or use our new instructions mode. Teach a topic and instructions are really similar. Eventually, our instructions mode will actually replace teach a topic, but you can see it's experimental right now. The biggest difference between instructions and teach a topic is that it has this instructions field, which allows you to provide structural guidance to the AI. Things like, I want to quiz throughout the lesson, or only put a quiz at the end, or I want to do a challenge section in the middle and then provide an activity for the learner after that. So the instructions field allows us to be a lot more versatile with the AI. Converted document is a little bit different from instructions and teach a topic in the way that it uses the documents that you upload. Mindsmith is built for custom content, so uploading documents is really key to how we do things. Converted document follows your documents really strictly, while teach a topic and instructions use the document more as context or source material for the AI. So teach a topic and instructions give you a lot more versatility as a learning designer, but it doesn't follow the document quite as precisely as converting a document. Today we'll be teaching a topic. The topic I decided to do is safe food handling for this company, Swiss Hotels and Resorts. Super straightforward. I can go as in-depth or as general as I want on the topic. Next thing I would do is provide some background information or a style guide. So I'm just going to say this is for new employees at Swiss Hotels and Resorts. Use an upbeat, friendly tone and use lots of example scenarios. This is also a good opportunity to maybe put your learning objectives. This is guidance that is applied to the AI kind of in a macro sense, so in every part of the lesson generation. For our Teams members, you can save your style guides and pull them up here on the side as well. Next thing I would do is add my source material. So I'm going to be using a standard operating procedure for this company, Swiss Hotels and Resorts. You can upload as many standard operating procedures or as many documents as you want. Again, the idea behind Mindsmith is that it's highly contextual, so custom to your content, your procedures, your policies, your culture, all that stuff. So upload your sources here. You can then change your language if you'd like. This changes just the initial output language. We can add additional lessons in different languages in the future. Then there's some advanced options, so I can change the length, make it a little longer. Maybe I want to do 6 sections, change some of the different modes. Next thing is I recommend for people who have a clear vision for the lesson that they fine-tune the outline. And fine-tuning an outline is really cool because it allows you as the learning designer to really tell the AI what your vision for this lesson is. So what it does is it generates a topic for each of these 6 sections and then a description of the topic. So you can see here it generated 6 of these topics. Now I can go in and say, maybe I want to teach something in a different way. Maybe in becoming familiar with our food safety policy, I can say, using a story of an employee who did the wrong thing, explore Swiss International's hospitality standard operating procedure. So maybe something like that. I want to give it some specific guidance. Really powerful tool here as you are telling the AI again what your vision is. So maybe I want to add a section that's not here, I can do that. Or maybe I want to take out a section that seems superfluous, I can do that as well. Or like we did up here, I can also change how a lesson is taught. So this is really your chance to tell the AI what you want to be taught and how you want it to be taught. Great, so you can see here that it generated the lesson. I'll just click Open Lesson, and this brings us to the lesson that we generated. You can see it gave it a title, it gave an overview into what the lesson will be, it introduces us to food safety, it talks about becoming familiar with the food safety policy, Now here is where we asked it to generate a lesson of an employee who did the wrong thing, or an example of an employee who did the wrong thing. You can see here it generated this story for us. But let's say that I wish there was more context in this story. What I would do here is use our AI assistant. The AI assistant really helps you fine tune and tweak a lesson after it's been generated. So I can go in and I can say, regenerate this card using more context for the story of John. And it'll regenerate the card under this additional prompt that I gave it. I can also regenerate a section or the entire lesson if I'd like. So this can be a really helpful tool as you're designing and creating your learning content. Aside from that, we're a full-fledged authoring tool. So we have a lot of different features here for you to explore and experiment with. You can see we have quizzing, we have some of these different interactive modes, we have flashcards, we also have accordions. Let's see if it generated an accordion. Looks like it did not for this particular lesson. So we also have various other interactive cards. So I mentioned accordion, so we have accordions here. We also have a sorting card, so it's a drag and drop style activity that's really cool. You can drag things into different categories. If you use our instructions mode, then it generates sorting activities as well. We also have hot buttons, so you can provide additional context on images. This is really helpful for maybe teaching software. We have various other cards like within the questions we have multiple choice select multiple, but we also have a matching game that's really cool that gets generated in our instructions mode as well, and a short answer card that uses AI to grade the short answer. We also have some of these multimedia cards, so you can embed things directly from your computer, or directly from a website. You can upload a video from your computer or link to outside reading. And then, I mentioned some of the interactive cards as well. So, super powerful tool. Everything's WYSIWYG, so we try to make it as intuitive, straightforward as possible to design the learning. So you can add these images, you can change where your images are. We have text to speech for narration of lessons, which can be really helpful for learners. And we have various other settings like conditional logic and more granular feedback and all sorts of fun settings that you're playing around as you play around here in Mindsmith. We also have some other cool features. For example, if you can share a lesson as a review link, which is really cool. You can send it to your colleagues and they can read through the lesson and add comments without having to make a Mindsmith account. You can also export via SCORM, but our SCORM package is kind of unique in that it's a remote hosted sort of cloud-based SCORM package. This is cool because it allows us to do a few things. One, it takes seconds to upload to your LMS with the SCORM package. Two, as you update something in Mindsmith, it automatically updates in your LMS, so you don't have to delete it from your LMS, change it in the authoring tool, re-download it, and re-upload it to the LMS. The third thing is that it unlocks this translation feature that we have that's really cool. With Mindsmith, you can create different versions of the same lesson within one file. And what it does is it creates this maybe Spanish and German version of the lesson, and then when you upload that to the SCORM package itself will read the system language of the learner and then give them the version of the lesson that matches the language of their device. So if their device is in Spanish, then it will give them the Spanish version of the lesson. And they, of course, can toggle between the different versions if they'd like. But this can be a really cool tool for international teams or people who are designing for a multilingual audience. A couple other things, we also have deep analytics that you don't typically see in a SCORM package, so you can get granular analytics by card and by question. You can edit your theming, you can view your comments, and you can just create and build here in Mindsmith. We have tons of features. Thanks for hopping on, and if you have any questions, feel free to email me. It's ethan@mindsmith.ai. Thanks.